Hello, good evening, and welcome to episode 25, Heavy Hitters. Hopefully, we have some people joining us and they're not still too hungover from Super Bowl Sunday. We have our host, MIZZ, Ms. El Paso, who seems to be frozen at the minute.
Oh, she must have that same Wi-Fi like you do.
This is going to be the show where Ms. El Paso is gone and she's just commenting, and it's you and I. So
this could be a disaster.
Yes. From Dresses and Salted Pretzels, Ms. Brittany.
Hello.
Free Brittany has been completed, so she is here with us this evening. And you're right. If Ms. El Paso doesn't join us, this is going to be like a 15-minute show instead of a 30-minute show.
She's going to be texting us like, get it together, ladies.
Sorry, guys. I know you signed on for a 30-minute show, but Brittany and I don't have enough content to fill. No.
Well, we have enough content, just not really sports related, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I will go ahead and intro us into what are we drinking tonight?
Agua.
Yes, on that water. I do not blame you. However, yesterday I thought, oh, there's no way I'm going to drink anything. But a couple of Kieran Lights for Singles Awareness Day.
Yes.
With your friend Leslie from Chicago proved to be the medicine that I needed. So pardon me.
Is Leslie actually watching?
She is watching downstairs. So we'll see if
phone.
Leslie, throws on a comment here. She's probably the two people that are currently watching. She's one of the two. But I am drinking, of course, a Southern Star.
Yeah.
Which, the 12 Days of Krampus were released for Christmas time. However, I went and bought 2 more cases of that so that I could continue drinking the 12 Days of Krampus. So I have day 3, the Perch Show, which is a Saison style ale.
What does it taste like?
Delicious.
Oh, good. I love that taste. That's my favorite.
So cheers to you.
Cheers to you, and to you, Misty and Leslie and whoever else is watching.
To you, Ms. El Paso, we don't know where you went. But she did say, in all fairness, before we got started, that she was having some internet issues.
She did.
Yes. Oh, and I am your fried chicken bae because I spent all of Saturday evening and from 8 a.m. until 11 a.m. making Snoop Dogg's recipes from crook to cook for Super Bowl Sunday. I made enough food for about 40 to 50 people. I will tell you that if you are looking for some new recipes for some Southern style, old school cooking, the mac and cheese is the bomb.
So good.
I do suggest churching it up a little bit, adding some jalapenos. I did some jalapeno bacon. I did 2 big full trays, one of the OG and then one of mine that I churched up a bit. And then the fried chicken, which, to give you a heads up, has to be brined for 10 to 12 hours, which is why I started cooking on Saturday evening. It was the bomb too.
So good.
And I was afraid, Britt, that by the time Super Bowl started, which our party started at 3 p.m. at our dear friend V and Jim's house, we had a craps table and everything. I was scared that the fried chicken would be soggy by then, and it held up.
It was good. It was perfect.
Yeah, it actually held up. So I delivered that at 11, and by 3, I think I didn't eat until probably 4, but it was still good.
You definitely slammed some Cheetos.
Did eat my own cooking. Oh, yeah, and then we did have a spread as well that was all of Snoop's favorite candy and chips that he likes. And let me just say, if you're partaking in any type of weed that day, this was the table for you.
That was the table. I wasn't at it. Well, or if you're 3, because Isaiah, he definitely enjoyed that table.
Oh yeah,
I'm grateful for letting him enjoy that table, but I also got my first black eye ever. I've never had a black eye, and we were racing some police cars, and his head went right into my eye right here. So I put some makeup on to kind of like hide it, but straight up black eye.
I was going to say, your eye looks fine. So my godson is a heavy hitter himself.
He is.
Just jacking Brittany in the face.
Oh, and I thought my eye split open, but he looked at me like he was so scared, like, oh my gosh, I'm sure it hurt his head. And I was like, oh, just kind of like ignore it. And the whole time I'm like, oh my God, this is killing me.
Well, I will say you maybe kind of deserved it. Yes, she's back.
Buenos dias.
Ms. El Paso, if Brittany and I were going to have to carry this whole show without any pre-warning, it was about to be an epic failure.
And you still might, because I think somebody in the hood is loving my internet a little bit too much because it's jumping in and out. I'm like, wait a second.
Is it your gypsy neighbors?
They got clicked out. I think it's the dude in the back. And this is like really fast.
I need the hood people to teach me how to tap into other people's internet.
Absolutely.
Seriously. But you know what? I feel like this is just like any other time, like on Netflix, HBO Max, Hulu, when somebody else is using your profile and you get kicked out randomly and they're like, wait, I paid for this. How did this happen?
Oh, so cool. Sarah. We have Mateo and Sarah joining us from Puerto Rico. That is awesome. Oh,
I'm going to be in Puerto Rico in a week or two.
My heart doesn't melt very easily, but the fact that they joined us from PR, that's huge. I love that. Thank you.
Did you guys already talk about what you're drinking?
We did. Yes. We covered drinking. We also covered Super Bowl spread at Tim's.
I'm excited about this. So I'm drinking just because I didn't get my chance. I'm drinking Empire champagne from like that show Empire. It was $10 at Specs. It's horrible. I felt like if Brittany Mahomes was able to pop champagne, I might as well pop champagne now that it's over the right way.
I love it. I also love that from this show, Empire is not going to be selling any more of that terrible champagne.
Yes,
thank you.
They're not creating a champagne empire. How about that?
Is it terrible if it was mixed with something?
I have pineapple juice in it right now, and it's still horrible.
Still
horrible.
That's rough.
All right, fact check against the glass. Brittany, go first.
Okay, so this one was kind of hard to find things on for babies and Super Bowl because everything, of course, came up with the Rams guy, the Van Jefferson's wife, going into labor mid Super Bowl. The only thing that I found that I really thought was cool, and I don't know, it's a fact in itself. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but in Super Bowl 50, they had a commercial that had all the babies born the years that their parents' team won the Super Bowl. So it had, Cowboys, 49ers, and it went back I don't know, some of these people were old. And if you haven't seen it, well, somehow I'll put it in the comments here. It's hysterical. It's Seal is singing his song, and then they make up new words about them being like the Super Bowl babies, and it's infants to mature adults, and it's just hysterical. But other than that, there hasn't been a lot of other fun facts on that. But I did also see that Kansas City, from when they won last year, had a huge hike in babies that were born 9 months / 40 weeks later. It's a thing. So if your team wins or loses, or you're just participating in it, be careful because you could get bit.
And this year, with it being before Valentine's Day,
right before.
Wow.
So I am sitting here I just can't wait to comment, which is why I said so 3 times while Brittany was talking. I apologize, Brittany.
That's okay.
Because for the viewers, this is proof that there is no pre-production with Sports Life Talk South and Dresses and Salted Pretzels.
No.
Because I tried to make my fact check the number of babies that are born 9 months after the Super Bowl, and it came up inconclusive.
Yep.
So there is no fact and there is no proof that the babies are conceived unless the parents say, no, we know for a fact this baby was conceived on Super Bowl Sunday. And why? Because just what Ms. El Paso said, many of those babies run into Valentine's Day. So unless the parents actually know, there is no fact to say if the baby was born from Super Bowl Sunday or from Valentine's Day. In addition to that,
I'm laughing only because in my mind, I'm thinking that there's some wife or girlfriend out there, person who got married and was like, no, I promise you, we haven't had sex. We haven't had sex in like 2 weeks. This was the only day we
it's the only time.
Yes, there is definitely that. Now, the other thing that skews it a little bit is that you would think that those babies are born because of the Super Bowl win, and that spikes the number of babies 9 months later. However, there are also the husbands and wives that need consoling after their team loses.
Consoling. I like
that.
So yes, but I do remember that commercial, and I thought it was hilarious, and that's why I was trying to correlate a fact with that. However, I can't tell you how many articles I read today, all inconclusive.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my fact check. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Brittany.
No, go ahead. I'll comment after.
Okay, my fact check is that in 2018, Dallas Wing star Skylar Diggins Smith told Essence magazine and a whole bunch of other articles. She did a whole bunch of articles that she was pregnant the whole WNBA season, which is about 4 months. So she played the whole season while pregnant, which I was like, damn, girl. All the other athletes that I found, they would play to maybe about 8 weeks and then that would be it. But this chick played 4 months. So I don't know if she knew she was pregnant right before or after. But she said throughout the whole time. So that means practicing and everything. 4 months. Beast mode. Mode.
I was really, really tired when my first part of my pregnancy. There would have been no way that I would have been able to do that. Now, if I was like a little further along, I would have probably been able to still do something. But
well, Sarah Gaona, no UFC training while pregnant.
No. So I thought, okay, well, who won the Super Bowl the year that I was born? So the Super Bowl was actually played in January of 1982. And I was born in December, so I wouldn't have been a Super Bowl baby anyways. But the 49ers beat the Bengals in the 1982 Super Bowl. So you'd have to go back to 81, Elena and Misty.
I just did, and I don't want to announce it because I don't like them.
Oh, okay.
Mine it said Steelers. I'm not about that life.
Well, who did they play?
I don't know. Who cares? They won.
There's only 2 nations. That's Steeler Nation and Raider Nation.
That's right. That's right.
By the way, we shout out before we started from Robert Kenya, who is a Steelers fan. Thank you for shouting us out, coming on the comments. He said, just showing you ladies some love.
And he came really early. He must have been really excited.
Yeah.
To see our lovely faces.
This might cheer you up a little bit. Elena, her parents would have been rooting for either the Raiders or the Eagles, and the Raiders won the 1981 Super Bowl.
I was 1 year too early.
They don't care. That's why you're an April birthday.
I'm a May birthday.
May, whatever. I knew that.
And I was also born in 82, but 9 months before that would have been 81. So
yeah.
So really, what it comes down to is in 1980, the year that I was born, the Raiders were kicking butt and taking names. And then January, when I turned 1, they played in the Super Bowl, which I mean, it correlates to excellence, which I can understand and appreciate, you know, seeing that everything is done around January and Super Bowl and the Raiders. Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about the halftime show. What were y'all thoughts?
Let's talk about it. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe my homeboy 50 Cent was there. He didn't even tell me he was going.
Okay, so what was the deal with him being upside down?
I don't know. That was
He
weird.
was upside down because that's how the video started when he first released the song.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And the reason that 50 was there is because Dr. Dre produced in the club.
Yep.
That makes sense.
I'm just like thinking about it.
I totally didn't catch that. I didn't have cable at the time, so I missed a lot of videos.
Yeah, it was a complete throwback to the MTV smash hit in the club.
Total Request Live.
With Carson Daly.
Of course. What was the Jesse guy? Remember Jesse? He was weird.
I used to know actually all of the VJs because I was obsessed with MTV. My parents actually took away our access because my brother and I would just sit in front of the TV and watch MTV all day.
We didn't have MTV.
So I was disappointed with Mary J. Blige's. I said Blige's. I was disappointed with her performance because when she did No More Pain, I was like, girl, that's too slow, and that does not. You have too many heavy hitter like songs that are fun.
Yeah.
Dance. And she picked a really slow one, and I was like, blah.
Why?
So that made me really sad.
Well, if you remember last episode, we chose which songs we really wanted to see. And Kendrick Lamar, great show, great song, right? But I wanted to see Humble. Mary J. Blige, I wanted to see Going Down. So I didn't, but the other ones we called. We totally called the rest of them.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Real Love from Mary J. Blige.
Oh, yeah, that would have been a good one too. You know, when we were standing there, I leaned over to my friend Fish and I said, you know, Anderson .Paak is from California, right? And this is before Eminem came on. And I said, wouldn't it be so cool if he made an appearance? And then I'm standing next to somebody else dancing and singing. And she's like hitting me. She's like, Anderson .Paak, you were right. I was like, where is he? Because it kept, you know, it was on Eminem. So I totally missed his intro. And she's like, on the drums, you idiot. I'm like, well, yeah. Of course he's on the drums. But yeah. But I was like, I need to like stop dancing and pay attention.
Well, that was my halftime show ever.
See, I'm not there. I really don't think that was the best halftime show ever.
And I loved Prince's halftime show.
Oh,
that was great.
People say that this is the best since Prince as well.
Yeah, but I listened more to what was played on Sunday than I ever did of any of Prince's music. You know, like I listened to Prince, but Dr. Dre was on my radio from the time I went to school driving, or on my Walkman, or my Discman, or my iPod.
And that's when your son was conceived.
Facts. From Dr. Dre on Dre Day. So hold on. So, Elena, you also hosted a fight at your house.
Yes. So UFC 271 was here in Houston. And we are out of Houston here with this podcast. We've got to represent Houston. I did not get to go to the fight. I actually forgot that it was happening until a couple of days before. And we had Houston's own Derek Lewis. That was one of the co-main fights. So the main fight was actually middleweights. It was Israel on Adesanya and Robert Whittaker. That was the main. And the co-main was Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa. And I will tell you, we did not get to. So I paid for the fight. We were cooking, we were drinking, we were having a great time. As Brittany mentioned earlier, my internet is trash. Mm-hmm. And we did not get to see the fights in total until Derek Lewis's fight. So it was basically the second to last fight that we finally were able to start watching without it pausing and, looping again. And I have to say that I was extremely disappointed that Derek lost with the KO minute 40 into the second round.
Oh,
However,
wow.
it was a great fight.
Yeah.
And Lewis had 2 takedowns. Round 1, he looked like, Tsubasa looked like he's definitely Derek's gonna win. He doesn't have a chance, And then a minute 40 into that second round, he got an elbow to the face, like right here in the temple, and Derek was down.
That was it. Lights out.
Lights out. Bummer for Houston. He's ranked number 3 in his class, and Tabasa's ranked number 11. He now moves to like 15 and 3 or something like that. I don't actually have the stats in front of me, like what they move into, but we'll have to see if Derek drops now from his rankings. But he is super beloved by Houston. He came out to Top's drop, like it was lit. And I'm sitting there going, all of these people that paid for this in any other city don't know this song, but Houston absolutely erupted, Fat Pat, like just jamming. And then I will have to say that, so I don't know a lot about UFC. It is a lot of different fighting combined into one. It's not just boxing, it's jujitsu, it's all kinds of different styles of fighting. And so I can't analyze the fights. What I will tell you is that if it doesn't end in a KO, I'm upset. And also, if it goes all 5 rounds, by the end of it, I'm like, I don't actually really know who won. And so the last fight was by decision. And so I'm, like we're sitting there watching that. Brittany, did you kind of lose interest in the last fight?
That was over it. That's too long.
Yeah, you could tell Robert Whittaker thought that he should have won. But yeah, I would have to go back and completely read like the play-by-play to be able to say, oh yeah, he should have won or he shouldn't have won, right? But really we were watching it for Derek Lewis. We weren't watching it for the main card.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that's like not what people do. They watch it for the main card. You guys are like, oh, all right, we're done.
Yeah. After that fight, which was, like I said, it was disappointing for us, but a great fight. And there was a knockout, so
And then the women's, we did get to see the women's fight.
Just a little though.
Yeah, just the ending.
Yeah.
Which was a decision. It wasn't a KO.
Well, I can tell you what the KO was this week. Now we're moving into celebrity gossip really quickly. All right, the KO is Shanae from The Bachelor is gone. Baby is out. Clayton, I think that's his name. I forget now because he's like so irrelevant at this point. He chooses all the wrong girls. But he finally was like, you know what? He tells the other girl, he's like, I think you're an actress. And she's like, oh my God, I'm not. And I'm like, girl, you totally are. But it's okay. We're watching TV. And Shanae is just sitting there like, here it is. I'm going to get another girl out. And then he turns to her and he was like, Shanae, I think it's time for you to go. And he like grabs the other chick's hand and walks off. Doesn't say goodbye. Doesn't say anything to her. It was just like, I'm out. And she's sitting there and she starts crying and she's like, I never liked him anyways. I was like, girl, bye. You're so funny. Anyways, so now I feel like The Bachelor is going to be boring because she's not on there. So I may or may not watch it. So you may not get any more updates.
You have to educate us because was she the one that was stirring up all the trouble, right?
Yes. She was the one all the girls hated. And they toasted to her like nobody's business. They were like, she's gone. They called her herpes. And I was like, that is just so wrong.
Rude.
So yeah, Shanae is gone from The Bachelorette. I should have said spoiler alert. I haven't watched it yet. But it's a 2-hour show, so I saved you all the I saved you spoilers. The other thing, Prince Harry was at the Super Bowl with his cousin Princess Eugene. He got to go back, he got to go to the back room with all the football players when they had the trophy and take some pictures. And I really wanted to be like, dude, get out of there. Like, you're not royalty anymore, and you're not American royalty. So you don't have no business holding a Super Bowl trophy. Like, if it was soccer, yes, and maybe I'm being petty. I don't care. I was not appreciative of him holding the Super Bowl trophy because if this was soccer, we would not have our Prince, and Prince, may he rest in peace, Prince would not be in the back holding a trophy. Okay, that would not happen if it was England.
Do we know if Prince Harry is a football fan? Do we know if he likes American football?
I don't, but he looked incredibly bored. And I wish I had like.
I think he always looks incredibly bored. He's just got that like demeanor about him, I guess.
Royal look. On Peacock, they're getting all my money because I was watching Yellowstone because I'm hella behind. Now I have to watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere I look, everybody's saying that this show is legit. It's a must watch. So if you don't have Peacock, you cannot use mine. I'm already having internet problems. I don't need to have login issues.
Peacock problems.
So watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on Peacock. Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens got engaged.
He put a ring on it.
He put a ring on it. Good for him and good for her, because you know why? He got kicked off. Well, he didn't get kicked off, but he got put on the what is it called? The training, not the training group. What is it called when you don't when you're not practice team? He got put on the practice team so many times. That girl could have been like, boy, bye. You ain't no real athlete. Like, you can't make it. But then he came back strong, got a fumble and an interception.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, she stuck with him. And now he gave her a ring of rings from Zoe Frost, who is from Houston. If you go on his Instagram page, I think it might be the 20th picture. If my boo is out there, that is my ring. Go ahead and pick it up for me, because he does some very flawless rings. It's amazing. Check him out. But yeah, so Simone and Jonathan, congratulations, like as if I know them and they're going to see this. And lastly, there was a split. Like, we didn't see this coming, but Kanye West and Julia Fox had broken up after 2 months. If you don't know who Julia Fox is, it doesn't matter because they broke up. Kanye is definitely still after Kim. He gave her a truck full of roses. And he is like for real trying to get her back. And he's like, I'm gonna get my family back. What's not gonna happen is him getting his family back, because she's about to get this divorce this month. So sorry for you, Kanye. You lost the Super Bowl and you are out. And that's
Leslie and Cool Kev, thank you for joining us. I just want to add, since you talked about the proposal, that the Rams safety Taylor Rapp also proposed to his girlfriend on the field after Super Bowl. And I had PTSD from when Carlos Correa in the 2017 World Series proposed to Danielle, whatever her name is.
Miss Texas or whatever she was.
Miss Texas. And then she promptly threw him down the stairs and he couldn't play like for half of the next year.
Allegedly. Put that. I'm not even a lawyer, but I gotta put that in there. Allegedly.
You know, she called up Elin Woods and was like, yo, so don't beat the shit out of him with a golf club. Just toss him down the stairs, you know. It's an easier story.
We got 2-minute warning. Elena, we still got player hater and player anthem.
I will be fast. Okay. The player anthem goes out to Heavy D and the boys with Now That We Found Love. So not only does it go with our heavy hitters theme tonight, but now that we found love, like all of those players did during the Super Bowl. You had Van Jefferson having to leave after the game because his wife was pregnant. You had OBJ saying that if my girlfriend goes into labor, I'm actually leaving and going to the hospital. So now that we found love, what are we gonna do? Yes, so that is our player anthem. Great song, says Cool Kev. Yes, it is a good song. And I was talking to my coworker, Julie, and I said, you know, I think for the player anthem, I'm going to do Heavy D. And she was like, dope. That's our general counsel, by the way, everyone. Our GC was like, yes, that's dope. Choose that one. So thank you, Julie, for the encouragement on that. I'm sure she's not watching, but if she is. And then our player hater was a write-in from someone that is actually on the chat. Our dear friend, Leslie Williams, who is a St. Louis super fan. And we all know that I don't like to say St. Louis in any way, shape, or form. But considering it was in the form of a player hater, I said, we're going to go with this. So Leslie's player hater for this evening is Stan Kroenke, who is the owner of your 2022 Super Bowl championship winners, the LA not St. Louis Rams. And he is one of the most hated individuals in St. Louis because in 1995, he helped the owner, Georgia Frontier, move the Rams from LA to St. Louis. Promptly 2 years after she passed away, or Georgia, he exercised his right to purchase 60% of the team. And then found a loophole in the contract where if St. Louis Rams Stadium was actually not part of the top 8 stadiums of the NFL, he had the right to move the team, and he petitioned the NFL. That happened in 2015. In 2016, he got the approval to move the team back to LA, and St. Louis has hated him ever since.
I would too.
It's a lot of money.
Okay, Leslie, that was a good one. That was a good one, Leslie. I give you 2 snaps for that one.
So yeah,
okay.
I mean, I don't hate the guy, but St. Louis definitely hates the guy.
So other than my internet issues being out, so will I next Tuesday. But Elena, who is taking my place next Tuesday?
Yes. We have a co-host, as we have promised, for the last Tuesday of every single month this year. And our co-host is Nick from OGE Network. That is the Other Guys Entertainment Network. And I'm sure he'll correct me if I got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it stands for. He had Ms. El Paso on his show and myself, and we just had a blast. We love Nick. He is a great supporter of ours. He runs a sports podcast. He runs a sports Instagram. So please check out the OGE Network. That's O.G.E. They have multiple. They've got a radio Instagram, a show Instagram, and quite a few Instagram pages out there. So definitely check him out, and he will be our co-host next Tuesday. So we're going to have to get him prepped up.
Yep. He's going to meet me for the first time, so he'll be excited.
I can't wait to watch that. Okay, well, take us out.
All right. Well, make sure you please follow Dresses and Salted Pretzels, Sports Life Talk, and Ms. El Paso on Instagram. You must subscribe to Sports Life Talk on YouTube. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. We've got to hit that 1K mark. I will say thank you so much to Raider Nation, because when I was on Hammer's House's show, it was 2 minutes. We had 100 new subscribers. So thank you, Hammer. You're the shit. You already know it. And let's get some more Raider Nation followers. And hey, where are my Bears fans at?
Yeah, where are they at?
Subscribe button.
Well, you already know where they at. They're going to be coming on next. All right. Adios.
Adios.
You already know what time it is, Sports Life Talk, and if you didn't know, you didn't set your reminder. You need to set your reminder, man. Sports Life Talk through your speakers and your headphones. Get to know the name and let your friends know. Ask who's got the